When did you all arrive?
2 days ago.
Okay, and what have you been doing since you got here?
Just playing Dota,
Yeah.
practicing, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what the practice sessions have been like for your team leading up to the international.
We're actually in a kind of bad region where we got a delay playing against Chinese or C teams. So we spend a lot of times playing against our brother team, MVP Hot Six.
Oh.
We scrimmed a bunch of games and then some fair amount of games against Chinese teams as well, yeah.
That's interesting you bring that up because that's something I find fascinating. Gaming is huge in South Korea, but Dota, not so much.
Not really.
What made you decide to play Dota?
Well, I used to live in Canada, and then so it was big. Dota was big, and then
Right.
I was into Dota. I was playing competitive, and then I finished my school, so I had to go back to Korea. And when I went back, I figured out there's gonna be a Dota team, so I joined up, and then here I am.
Well, and you've been, from what I understand, you've been a true leader of bringing Dota to the masses. You've really taken on a leadership role. Why has that been so important to you?
Well, it's a game I love, and then I just wish it could be big in Korea. So I know last year when we first made it to the TI for the wild card, the number of the people playing Dota increased a lot. So if I do well in TI, and then I guess it means there will be more people interested in Dota, and then hopefully more teams. So Dota is much more competitive in Korea, and then there'll be more people playing, and then Dota, South Korean Dota will be strong. I hope that happens.
What would you say are your strongest aspects for your team? What are you strongest at?
We are strongest at having kind of no fear. Like our team usually plays better at the tournament settings than the scrims. There will be teams that will never win against in scrims, but will actually beat them in tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I think that's was the strongest aspect of our team.
What's it like when you know that you have an extra step ahead of you? A lot of the teams are here and they're getting settled in and they're setting their sights on the main stage already, but obviously you have one more playoff between you and the main stage. Do you think that will actually help and give you more momentum for the rest of the tournament if you win, or is that going to be a challenge because you'll be tired?
I don't think it will be a challenge or anything. If I'm good enough to make it top 8, then wild card, I should be going through it with no problem. That's how I feel. So I don't think it's an extra step. It's just that, well, it is an extra step, but like, I believe I can just go through it smoothly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm retiring after this TI. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
And what brought up that decision?
I'm just 28.
Nobody says you have to retire at 28. You just feel like you're done?
No, I actually have to go to the military service. In
Really?
Korea, yeah.
And how long is that typically?
2 years.
2 years.
Usually people in Korea go at around age of 23, 24, but
Right.
I had to do finish my university and then I came back here. I could have went to army, but I just decided to do Dota.
Wow.
And then 28 is the longest you can do. So after this year, I'm done.
Does that kind of bum you out? Are you kind of sad about missing out a little bit, or are you ready? Are you ready to move on from it?
Oh, if I do well in TI, I think I'll be ready to move on. But if I don't do well, I'll be like, oh, I could have done better. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do well in this TI, and then I'll have no regret left over it.
I like that. That's good. That's a good mentality. So how do you feel about your chances this year, where you are right now versus where you were at this time last year? Because you're facing a very similar situation. Why do you feel so much more confident this time around?
Because I guess we have done it last year once, and then even last year, I think we could have made it through, but there was a lot of mentality thing, and then a lot of being inexperienced or not knowing so much about Dota meta in general. But now this year, I think we're much more prepared, and then we understand well. Yeah. I think that's why I'm much more confident this year.
Anything that you want to say to South Korean fans who might be watching the stream?
Thanks for staying up late and watching our game, because it will be like 3 in the morning.
Yeah. True fans.
Yeah, true fans.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Best of luck.
Thank you.